Hello everyone and welcome to another Top 5 Records video. One of my favorite 70s albums is Plastic Ono Band by John Lennon. Now, what is the best sounding version of that album? And to find that out, I've listened to 4 records. One I'm not holding here, which is a 2021 reissue. And what I have here today is the MoFi, the first Dutch pressing, and the first UK pressing. Now, I'm going to start the story by the first pressing that I bought, which is the first Dutch one. I'll have a second look if I am holding the right one. No. This is the first Dutch one. I bought about 4 or 5 years ago. It's an album I really love. And this one, it comes with a partial inner sleeve. Nah, never mind it. First of all, what's important to know about the first Dutch one, a lot of people online talk about it as a good alternative to the first British pressing. And I always wondered, how come that the Dutch one, I live in the Netherlands, by coincidence should be one of the good ones? Well, it is because one of those beautiful little Beatles secrets, it uses the British stampers. And the Dutch pressing plans are very good, though you will hear a difference in the pressing itself, especially when compared to the UK pressing. But this Dutch one, and I mean, that's a rare treat. It has YEX in the dead wax. So this beauty is pressed from the original stampers. Now, what does the original mastering sound like on Dutch vinyl? It's a beautiful representation, seriously. The drums, the bass, they are beautifully detailed, tight, reproduced, Bass is not too heavy here, not too heavy. It doesn't really have so much body, but it is well defined. It's a light sounding bass. Lennon's voice is beautiful. It's bright, it is precise. This is a very good pressing. And I thought, having this one, because it was just the first one I found. It was by coincidence. I didn't go online looking for the best pressing. I just thought, I'll buy the first one that comes at hand. When I found this pressing, the Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab, which is a very nice thick cardboard, I thought, it's going to beat the hell out of the $10 Dutch pressing that I bought. Now, this is a 2004 MoFi. And that is not necessarily the best face in their body of work. And when I put this on to compare to the first Dutch one, I was immediately disappointed. It sounds so much thinner. It's really a lot thinner. Except on the bass and the hi-hats. Not that they sound better, they are just louder. So I guess they added the smiley face EQ. Adding the high, adding the low, and the middle is just lower in volume. And with somebody who is in therapy on this album, I mean, this record is all about the scream therapy by John Lennon and his inner struggle. I mean, it's never a good idea to mess with the balance of a record, but to lower the voice while we're listening to somebody crying out his heart, it's just not a very good pressing. And this goes around for $70. Not what you might expect from an audiophile representation of an album. Now, even beyond that, it does have some definition. It's good definition. And compared to the 2021 mix, I'd even prefer the Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab. I compared them when it got released. I don't have the 2021 in my collection. A friend of mine bought it, and after comparing it to the first Dutch and the MoFi, he sold it. Because that just sounds flat, lifeless. It's tough to say the words digital. I mean, it is digitally sourced, but there are pressings from a digital source which sound beautiful and lively. But this has all the biases of a digital record. Okay, now, about a week ago I found this. And I've been searching for this quite some time. I've been searching for all over it in London. I couldn't find one in London during 3 or 4 trips. I couldn't find one. And now I have. first British pressing of plastic Ono Band. So the same stampers as on my Dutch vinyl, but just to show you the benefits. It has the original inner sleeve, which I find very adorable, with the handwriting on there. It has, there's not so much else to it than that. But here we have the original label, EX, on the dead wax. And this is this first UK. I mean, the Dutch one is very, very, very good. This one is ultimate. It's warm. It's full. Lennon's voice is, compared to the other elements, even louder, I guess, here than on the Dutch stampers. Or perhaps it's just because it's warmer, but it seems to be more present, though it doesn't take away the beautiful, clear definition and very nice mixing on the high and the low. The bass sounds even a bit more tighter, fuller. The drums sound tighter and fuller. It is an album, it is a mastering that over its entire spectrum is so beautiful, precise, but also warm and full sounding. Clear, solid, one hell of a pressing. Now, by far, seriously, by far, my favorite pressing of this album, the first UK. Essential to, when you want to find a good pressing of plastic Ono Band, for me is try to find one with the stampers. YEX. That's the original mastering. It sounds great on Dutch vinyl. It even sounds better on British vinyl. I haven't heard a second pressing of this, but the stampers have been used more often. So if you want to find Plastic Ono Band by John Lennon, hunt down the original stampers and you will not be disappointed. So that's my review. That's my comparison. What do you guys think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave a comment below and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.